Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Annie Z with What If Naruto Was a Saiyan and Neglected Part 15. So guys, last time we left off on Naruto turning into Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan 5, destroying Torin and winning Uno 7, the Tournament of Power. Uno 7 then celebrated on Earth, and after that Naruto finally made his new team for his return to the Elemental Nations called the Outcast version 2, which included Goku, Raditz, Vegeta, Gine, Bardock, Kale and Kefla, as well as the original four, which was Naruto, Yariko, Suki and Rose. So guys, let's begin. We see Naruto and the girls sleeping in their room, while the rest took the guest room in Naruto's base. Naruto had an alert that someone was approaching the forest where they lived, so Naruto quickly woke up Yariko, Suki and Rose as they quickly headed towards their decoy house in the woods and pretended to be asleep. They then heard knocking as Yariko opened the door. She saw Shikamaru and asked, "What do you want, you dumbass? It's 5 AM in the morning," she said. "Troublesome, but the Lord Hokage has ordered me to create a team to retrieve Sasuke, who has left the village, so I came to recruit Naruto," Shikamaru says. "Naruto-kun's asleep, and he's not joining your team to retrieve Duckbutt, so get lost. We don't want to help. Get some other teammates like the so-called heroes," Yariko said, slamming a door in Shikamaru's face. She then went to cuddle Naruto. "So you did what we planned?" Naruto asked. "Yeah, I sent that little bastard away. Hopefully Orochimaru kills the emo boy so Suki-chan doesn't have to deal with her idiotic brother," Yariko says. Naruto has noticed that ever since that Yariko started hanging around with Suki and Rose, she's been getting a little bit more, or let's just say, angry and dark. Yeah. Anyways, prepare to leave to the Valley of End in a few minutes, Naruto says as they saw Suki and Rose walking in their ninja attire as Yariko went to get changed. "So, we're finally gonna get independence from that village today," Rose says. "About time, they're about to lose both their uchihas," Suki says. Naruto then pulls out his scouter and calls Bardock. "Hey father, you done with the task?" Naruto says. "Yeah, the entire base has been put into a capsule. Alright, meet me at the Valley of End," Naruto says, as he and the girls hug and then fly to the Valley of End, with Naruto carrying them. Even though Yariko could fly, she always liked to be carried by Naruto, as we see Yariko on Naruto's back hugging him, while Suki and Rose were being held up by his arms. While flying, they see the retriever team taking on the Sound 4, and they fly further to see Remma and Mito fighting Sasuke, as Naruto shoots a ki blast, knocking them away. "Oni-chan," Mito yelled. Naruto the male shout. "Mito, I want you to give a message to our father, or your father, for us," Naruto says as he, Yariko and Suki and Rose all put a line through their headbands, as Goku's group then landed, as all of them surrounded Mito, Remma and the Uchiha. "I won't let you leave, Oni-chan, you will be mine," Mito yelled, as she rushed at Naruto with a Nine-Tails chakra, but was too slow as Naruto bitch slapped her into a tree, knocking her out. "How dare you hurt our sister," Remma yells. "She just wants to love you," he says, charging at Naruto, but Naruto kicks him, sending him into a tree, knocking him out, but also breaking his nose. "Now for you, Duckbutt, get out of my sight and go to Orochimaru or die," Naruto says, as he starts shooting a finger beam at Sasuke, making him dance, as Sasuke tried to dance himself away. "Dance, stupid brother, dance," Suki says, as she too started shooting fireballs at him, as Yariko then started firing jutsus at the Namikazes, making them dance as well. "Stupid losers, how dare you treat me and Naruto bad when we were kids," Yariko says. As the Namikazes ran back to leave, Naruto walks up to his father Bardock. "So, you got the capsule in the base?" Naruto asks. "Yeah, like I told you before, it was simple. Just use the capsule and put the whole base in it," Bardock says. "Well now, we just have to wait for Yaku's brother to manipulate the Akatsuki into gathering the Jinshoki, because before the first step of the plan, we need to revive my mother-in-laws, Kaguya Suki," Naruto says. "Very well, in the meantime, we shall train. But Naruto, how many of those beasts that give you power in exchange for bestiality do these Akatsuki members already have?" Bardock asks. "We already have the One-Tails, which Akatsuki managed to get after Naruto can beat Gaara in the Chunin exams, while the village was trying to fight off Orochimaru's invasion. We have the Three-Tails, which was taken by Kisame, and we have the 4 and 5 tails that were easily collected by the zombie brothers. The 8 tails was given after you father-in-law beat Killer Bee up," Yariko says. "My daughter-in-law is so helpful. See, Naruto, that's how you should learn to give your answers in detail. Just like her, she's perfect," Bardock says. "Well, I guess he inherited that from you, Bardock," Gine says. defending her youngest son as she wrapped him up in a hug and started nuzzling him. Suki and Yariko looked sad as they missed their mothers. Naruto saw this and thought of something, but that was quickly discarded as he was distracted. So son, where are we gonna go? You're fugitives from your village, and I'm not sure like any other village will want to harbor us, because nobody would want to go against the Leaf, because unfortunately they are the strongest, Bardock says. Well, we're gonna hunt the remaining Jinchurikis, Naruto says. So the plan was, Naruto, Yariko, Rose and Suki go after the 7 tails, Bardock, Gine and Raditz go after the 6 tails, Goku, Vegeta go after 2 tails, and Kale and Khalifa shall hunt down random ninjas with high bounties so we could get money. In the meantime, we'll hide off in a mountain near the land of waves, Naruto says. Got it, everyone says. Why send me after the 2 tails, the weakest, Vegeta says. Because, Vegeta, they're the strongest village other than the Leaf that has a Jinchuriki. I would go myself, but Leaf has recently given out my location, well not my location, my information, so if I go there, the crowd will be instantly wary and they might send their Jinchuriki away, while if you two who are unknown go there, they won't be alerted. And since the 7 tails recently went rogue, me and the girls are rogue shinobis ourselves, so we can hunt her down without getting caught. Fine, Vegeta says. Son, what about the Leaf? Bardock says. We'll attack them in due time, but first I heard the Akatsuki leader Pain is going to go after them, Naruto says. Very well, Bardock says. Naruto, Yariko, Suki and Rose were all heading to an abandoned building, but suddenly Kune come flying at them. Naruto, Yariko, Suki and Rose all dodged them, as Naruto blocks a punch from the figure that was aimed for her face, and then he sends her flying away with a key shockwave. So Fu, you thought you could take us out by sneaking up on us. Unfortunately for you, we can feel life force, and like all living things, you have a life energy inside of you, so we can feel that, Naruto says. You're a sensor? She asked. Let's say something like that I am. But anyways, I'm sorry for this, but for the plan, you must be killed and your Jinchuriki must be extracted, Naruto says remorsefully, using his speed to get behind her, knocking her out as he put a seal on her, restricting her chakra and movements. After that, he placed a 5 elemental seal on her, Biju seal, disconnecting her from the 7 tails. Sorry Fu, but for Yariko-chan's happiness, I must do this. But don't worry, I'll ask Whis to revive you, Naruto says, as Black Zetsu appears. So, brother-in-law, thank you for the 7 tails, says. I have a mission for you. Spread the name of the outcast to every village as the group of mercenaries that will do anything. Tell them of our exploits, of how we caught the 7 tails, the 1 tails, the 8 tails, and everything, so we may get some more business, Naruto says. Very well, it shall be done, Zetsu says. We now go to Bardock, Gine and Raditz's point of view. Right now, we see them discreetly following 6 tails Jinchuriki Yukata as they were in the air so he could not see them. As the Jinchuriki came to a stop, he noticed 3 beams of light crashing down, surrounding him. As he went Biju mode. What do you want? He asked. You are to come with us, you sick fuck. What kind of warrior would give their virginity to a beast for power? Bardock asked. What do you mean? He was about to say until he was kicked in the balls by Gine as he dropped unconscious. You men and your dialogues. Let's kick him in the balls as soon as you can and it's over, Gine says as both Bardock and Raditz looked in horror as they both held their balls in fear. Gine then gives Raditz a look that says, take the body now, as Raditz realizes that and picks up the body and takes it to the rain village. Of course, mother, right away he said, as he grabbed the body and flew towards the rain village at great speed, as Bardock stood there staring at Gine with fear. We now go to Goku and Vegeta's point of view. They were currently taking down a force of shinobi from the Cloud Village, as they were wrecking them, making them look like jokes. These are so-called shinobi, they're jokes, Vegeta says. Yeah, let's hope that the 9 tails will be stronger when we attack them, and that Leaf Village, Goku says. As he spots his target running, so both him and Vegeta use their speed to surround her. As Vegeta had had enough, her power level was so weak, she wasn't worth him using his speed to catch her, so he just uses his speed to uppercut her, knocking her out. Goku then sees Black Zetsu come out. So you're brother-in-law's brother, which makes you my brother-in-law, and you must be a family friend, called Vegeta, Zetsu says to Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, I'm Son Goku, Naruto's brother, and this is Vegeta, my best buddy, Goku says. Just take the girl, Vegeta says. Aren't you a lively one, right? Zetsu says, as Vegeta aims a ki blast at him, but Goku stops him. Zetsu takes the girl. We now go to a meeting between Obito and Hitman. So you got his cells and the cells of someone that can compete with him, Obito says.
Oh yes, we all know my master will die soon. I would like to make an offer with you. Let me join your group and I'll put these cells to good use, the figure says.
Very well, but do you know the techniques of your traitorous master? Obito says. Yes, I do. I will start working on the project you have me working on with these cells and the body you want me to work on, the white figure says as he leaves to work the little space that was given to him by Obito. Soon I shall bring forth peace and then me and Rin shall be together, Obito says. We now skip 3 years. Mito and her brother had returned from the training trip with Jiraiya. Momo was determined to get his friend back, Sasuke, while Mito kept on chanting about how she was going to get her Oni-chan back and have him all for herself. Minato had unfortunately put Naruto's group, the outcasts, in the bingo book as he found out that each of them were aiming for Jinchurikis, but he had given them a S-class flee on sight order, but if they were strong enough to try and capture Naruto so Beef could breed him. However, the Waterfall was heavily against this and had put them on the SS class kill on sight order for helping the Akatsuki, and the other villagers also agreed. We now go to Naruto's point of view. Naruto had just turned 16. As he had just got done celebrating his birthday. As he entered his room, he saw roses on the floor, scented candles, and when he came closer, he saw both Yariko and Suki and Rose on the beds in the bikinis.
So Naruto-kun, it's time that we give you a birthday present, and as you can guess, it's us, Yariko says.
Naruto's jaw dropped as he saw his cute and innocent Yariko turn into a seductive woman. What had Suki and Rose done to her before, but pushed back the memories as he was really turned on. Time skip, 3 days. Naruto spent the last 3 days taking care of his future girlfriend's needs and his future wife's needs. He was not exhausted that much, but the women were. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.
But guys, that's all for today.
Peace.
Peace.